Unknown news. The cult-like grip behind sister wives' long-lasting bonds. It will shock you. When Sister Wives premiered on TLC in 2010, it offered a rare and fascinating glimpse into the lives of a polygamist family committed to unity, faith, and love. The show introduced viewers to Kody Brown and his 4 wives, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, who were all navigating the complexities of a plural marriage. At the time, Kody was spiritually courting his 4th wife, Robyn, and the family seemed to be working together to build a life based on shared values and religious beliefs. Kody and Meri had been legally married since 1990, and he entered into spiritual unions with Janelle in 1993 and Christine in 1994. Robyn was brought into the family during the show's first season and later became Kody's legal wife in 2014, after he divorced Meri to adopt Robyn's children from a previous marriage. What once appeared to be a harmonious, cooperative household has since unraveled in very public and painful ways. Today, the Brown family is a shadow of what it used to be. The fractures that fans began noticing years ago have deepened beyond repair. Christine was the first to make a clean break in 2021, ending her 27-year spiritual marriage to Kody. Janelle followed suit in late 2022, and Meri confirmed the end of her long and increasingly distant relationship with Kody in early 2023. Now, only Robyn remains, not as part of a plural family, but in what has become an unintentional monogamous marriage with Kody. Ironically, Robyn has expressed that this is not the life she wanted either. Fans, however, seem relieved that 3 of the 4 women found the strength to walk away. Many viewers had long criticized Kody's favoritism toward Robyn and his emotional neglect of the other wives. What was once billed as an experiment in shared love and teamwork gradually became a case study in imbalance and inequality. Still, what puzzles many is not that the marriages ended, but that they lasted as long as they did. The answer to that may lie in the Browns' religious foundation. In the early seasons of Sister Wives, the family frequently discussed their beliefs, which were rooted in the Apostolic United Brethren, AUB, a fundamentalist Mormon group that encourages plural marriage as a path to spiritual exaltation. Though not required, living in a polygamous family is seen as a way to reach the highest level of heaven. The religious importance of their family structure likely played a major role in keeping them together for so long, even as their bonds deteriorated. For members of AUB, marriage is not just a commitment between 2 people, it's a sacred covenant with eternal implications. Divorce, while technically allowed, is heavily discouraged and often viewed as a spiritual failure. The pressure to maintain the family, especially in the eyes of their faith community, would have weighed heavily on all 4 women. That pressure likely delayed their decisions to leave, despite mounting emotional hardship. Over time, however, the family's connection to their religious practices appeared to fade from the spotlight. As the show progressed, spiritual discussions became less frequent, replaced by growing tensions, personal struggles, and revelations of dissatisfaction. The cracks were no longer possible to hide, and eventually, they became too deep to ignore. Christine's departure marked a major turning point. Her decision seemed to empower the others. Janelle, known for her independence and practicality, soon realized she no longer needed to remain in a relationship that lacked emotional fulfillment. Meri, after years of feeling isolated and rejected, finally accepted that the marriage was over, especially after Kody himself publicly acknowledged their estrangement. Now, with only Robyn by his side, Kody is left to confront the consequences of years of favoritism and poor communication. What was once a story about a large, loving polygamist family has become a cautionary tale about the dangers of imbalance and emotional neglect. Robyn, too, has voiced disappointment in how things turned out, suggesting that the vision of plural marriage she was sold never truly came to life. In the end, Sister Wives has evolved into something very different from its beginnings. What started as a journey of faith and family unity has turned into a story of personal awakening and the courage to leave behind deeply ingrained beliefs in pursuit of happiness and self-respect. For many fans, the resilience of Christine, Janelle, and Meri stands as a powerful example of breaking free, even when the ties that bind are spiritual as well as emotional. Many members of the Brown family were born into the world of polygamy, deeply rooted in the fundamentalist Mormon faith. Kody Brown, along with his first wife Meri and third wife Christine, all came from plural families where polygamy was not only accepted but encouraged as a pathway to spiritual exaltation. This background helped shape their beliefs and commitment to living in a plural marriage. Janelle, Kody's second wife, had a slightly different upbringing. She was raised in a mainstream Mormon household that did not practice polygamy. However, her family eventually entered the lifestyle when her mother became the second wife of Kody's father. This twist of fate made Janelle and Kody technically step-siblings, and it was through this connection that the two met. Over time, Janelle embraced the polygamous lifestyle, choosing to join Kody and his growing family. Robyn, the fourth and final wife to join the Brown family, had no direct experience with polygamy in her upbringing. Still, once she spiritually married Kody, she appeared to embrace the principles of plural marriage with enthusiasm. She often spoke about the beauty of sisterhood and eternal family, aligning herself with the lifestyle as though she had always belonged. In the Brown family's religious culture, divorce is a decision that carries deep spiritual weight. For wives like Christine and Meri, both of whom were raised to believe in the eternal significance of plural marriage, the idea of walking away from their marriage wasn't just about ending a relationship with Kody. It symbolized a potential break from their eternal family and the spiritual blessings promised in the afterlife. This religious doctrine can create an intense inner conflict. Leaving a plural marriage can feel like turning one's back on God's plan, leading to guilt, fear of condemnation, and potential alienation from their religious community. For Christine, the decision to leave Kody after decades of emotional neglect was not taken lightly. Despite her unhappiness, she struggled with the weight of what it meant to leave behind a belief system she had grown up in. Meri faced similar struggles. Her loyalty to the principle of plural marriage kept her tied to Kody long after their emotional bond had faded. Her decision to stay for so long, even when Kody made it clear he no longer saw her as a wife, reflected the profound influence of their shared faith. The fear of losing not just a partner but a spiritual identity delayed her departure for years. Ultimately, these women reached a point where personal peace and emotional well-being became more important than adhering to a doctrine that no longer served them. Their choices to leave weren't made out of rebellion but out of a deep need to reclaim their lives and redefine their futures on their own terms. Leaving Kody wasn't just the end of a marriage, it was a spiritual and emotional transformation. It required confronting years of conditioning, overcoming fear, and choosing to prioritize self-worth over religious expectations. For the Brown women, walking away meant stepping into the unknown, but also into newfound strength and freedom.